I have been waiting since way back in 2017 when I first got wind of this movie. And I'll tell you, the payoff was absolutely worth the wait. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So yeah, man, I have been waiting since 2017 to see this movie when I first got wind of it. And wow, I saw like an early trailer for it, and I thought something different, something fresh. You know what I mean? I hope it's not like a teeny bopper style film. And man, I'll tell you, I mean, I couldn't have been more impressed and more surprised as to how good this movie is. Very quickly, it's directed by Steven Cedars and Benjamin Kleiman. I'm pretty sure these guys banged it out. They were also the writers of this movie. Now, just a quick little history here, and I didn't know this. I guess originally this was made into a TV show. I don't know how many episodes there were, but it aired, and I don't even know where it aired. But yeah, there was multiple episodes released. And then eventually they released this full movie. Now the TV show is no longer. But yeah, just go research it. It's on IMDb and other websites that talk about it. So, but man, I'm telling you, this movie is fantastic. One reviewer from back when the TV show was on said it would make Sam Raimi proud, and I absolutely believe it. Again, I saw the trailer a long time ago. And I honestly didn't know what to expect other than I thought it was a good idea. But this movie has everything in it. It's got, a lot of practical. That's the great thing about this. Now, the aliens in this movie, you know, there's some CGI when it's jumping on the walls and stuff like that. But when there's close-ups and when it's on the people's heads and stuff like that, like that's all practical. It was pretty awesome. And then the end creature at the end, I don't want to give spoilers here. I mean, most of it's in the trailer, but when the final fight scene, that giant alien, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there was some CGI thrown in there, but I mean, a lot of it I think was practical, and there's lots of practical gore, which is fantastic. Pretty much all the blood is practical. I mean, you know, there is CGI, but it's used as sparingly as possible. They went heavy on the practical, and man, oh man, it won me over. So. Basically, the synopsis is after status-obsessed teen Sarah has sex for the first time, she wakes up the next day 9 months pregnant with an alien. And I mean, yeah, I don't want to give too much away here. This is a movie that you more or less want to not know too much about going in. But basically, it stars Mary Neppy, who I'm not overly familiar with, but she's the main star. And man, her acting chops are fantastic. She killed it. She plays Sarah, and then her kind of friend that helps her through this is Haley, played by Gabriel Elise. And then Austin Freiberger is Skylar. That's kind of Sarah's boyfriend. So very, very quickly, opening scene in the first act. During the opening credits, we get like a very quick kind of Mayan, Aztec sort of cartoonish, pictures and stuff, kind of giving us an idea of you know what's going on and this I don't know if it's a curse or whatever, but you know, something they pray to and like a little background history of what happened in the past, right? And then it kind of breaks into the opening scene where we pick up at the school. You know, they're having a party. Sarah's friends are having a party and all that sort of stuff, and they're kind of like the cool girls at school. And I'll tell you something, the very opening scene, you know, when they were at the high school and stuff, I thought, oh God, please don't make this like a teeny bopper style movie. But it wasn't. I was pleasantly surprised. You know what I mean? Like the jokes are just awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if you're looking for a horror movie and the comedic aspect of it hits the mark, then this is the movie. I mean, I was laughing out loud, you know what I mean? And there's like no filter at all here. When they say like asshole, they mean like asshole when she's giving birth, and like vag cannon and like just everything. I mean, I was literally laughing out loud at these one-liners because they didn't hold anything back. It was fantastic. And the same with the gore, do you know what I mean? So, but basically very quickly, the first act, we're introduced to all the characters. They're going to have a, you know, like a school party at this girl's house. And then, you know, they haven't had, Sarah and Skylar have kind of broken up. They haven't had sex yet, right? And Skylar went away to Mexico, where I don't want to say too much, but when he comes back from Mexico, he's got this new kind of an attitude where he's horny all the time. And, you know, I don't want to say why, but, anyways, Sarah kind of falls for him again. They get back together and they have sex, right? So, and then that's pretty much, you know, where the first act kind of ends, with her being, you know, going to bed after they have sex and then waking up the next day and she's literally 9 months pregnant, right? And flipping out. And then the second act is you know, kind of her going to the clinic, right? And then having this baby or this alien that comes out of her, and then all hell breaks loose. But again, this is going to be a vague review. I know you guys, some of you hate when I do this, but God, honestly, this movie is so fucking funny and it's so shockingly surprising that I don't want to say too much about it. It's probably better if you just kind of like let it unfold in front of you. I promise you, you won't be disappointed with this movie. It has everything. I mean, it's well acted. I mean, if you're an up and coming director, this is what you want. You know what I mean? Like, I've done reviews like Apparition. I did a review for that movie and it was terrible. I mean, it maybe had an okay idea, but the acting in it was just fucking god awful. Do you know what I mean? Like, this movie very easily could have went downhill quick, but it was just so well acted, and all the jokes and the one-liners, they just always hit the mark, and it was perfectly paced. You know what I mean? Like, with the editing and the directing, there was a couple spots maybe near the end of the second act, beginning of the third act, where it dragged just a bit, but nothing crazy. I mean, it kept moving. It kept moving. You know what I mean? And it's like, the jokes hit the mark. The acting was on spot. The direction was fantastic. The practical effects were amazing. You know what I mean? And even the CGI was used as sparingly as possible. You know what I mean? It just, wow, man. And the practical gore, I can't emphasize enough. You know what I mean? Like, wow, yeah, this movie would make Sam Raimi proud. You know what I mean? So anyways, I loved this movie. I highly recommend it, especially with all the shitty movies I've had to sit through the last couple of weeks. So for a rating, I'm going to give this movie like a really, really strong 8. Like, this movie was fantastic. It hit all the marks for me, and it was so well acted. And the other thing too, which was awesome, is I didn't recognize anyone in this movie. Not one fucking single face, and they killed it. You know what I mean? Like, they just absolutely killed it. The acting is so good in this movie, and it's like everybody wanted to be there and everybody wanted to be involved. It wasn't just like a cash in for a paycheck. So anyways, it's out now. The movie is called Snatchers. I highly recommend it. If you have seen it, make sure you leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought of it. If you haven't seen it, please do yourself a favor, go and rent it. And yeah, come back and let me know what you thought. It's out on video on demand now, and then it's getting released on DVD and Blu-ray sometime, I think, the middle of February. And I will definitely be adding this movie to my collection. And I really want, I hope there's a director commentary, and I really want to see the behind the scenes and the special features on this one, because man, this movie killed it. So anyways, okay, Snatchers, make sure you guys check it out. I fucking loved it. I'm going to give it an 8. If you've seen it, let me know what you guys think of it. And until next time, guys, stay scared.